Okay, here is food plot number 2. Actually, this is kind of a little food plot complex. The one you're looking at there, it's about 100 yards long, and you can see about how wide it is. I don't know, 50, 60 feet wide in some places a little wider. And then I connected it with some mowed paths that I planted cereal rye on. I'll walk up this path to the next little plot, and again all these were planted roughly around September 1st, which is a little late for Iowa, but with the weather conditions, the lack of rain we had, I was kind of waiting for a good rain, and it looks like they've come on pretty good. Again, this is a Prairie Creek Seed Cool Season Mix, and it also has some seeds out of Michigan. Can't think of the name of the company, but it's called Sweet Feast Brassica Mix, which is mainly turnip and radish. If I get down low there, you can see some of the oats that are really popped up, and a lot of brassicas. And like most inexperienced food plotters, I probably planted the brassica mix too heavy and a little bit too late, but it's making a good plot, as you can see. And there's one of my established stand locations. If you look close, you can see the latter sections on that tree. Planted a little bare area right there with some wheat and rye. And then this plot is connected back to the main longer food plot by another mowed path that's seeded with cereal rye, and I think I put some wheat in here too. I'm not sure, can't remember. We'll go back to this longer main plot. It's got the Cool Season Mix, and it's also got some of the Sweet Feast Brassica Mix. A few little bare areas there. I may throw some more rye in. Got plenty of rye left over. And then excellent little pinch point here, as you can see. And then the food plot continues on. I planted the brassicas a little more sparsely here, so maybe they'll make some bigger bulbs. As they say, when you find an old deer stand, it's usually a good spot. If you look real close up in that honey locust, there's an old deer stand. Been there about 20 years probably. Walk on down. We're going to take a look at the drainage basin. I just seeded this drainage basin about 2 weeks ago on Friday with cereal rye. Here is the dam of the basin, and you can see the basin itself is starting to green up. I'm going to add about 50 pounds of rye to this area today. It came down after a pretty good rain we had, and my overflow pipe had settled pretty bad, and you can see where I reworked it. I'm going to put a piece of metal, flexible metal, up there on the high side to keep the dirt from sloughing down. And then I'm going to add just a little bit of topsoil in here today and reseed that again. But I'm real happy with the way this rye is coming up, and mainly I wanted it to prevent erosion, but it's going to make a heck of a plot too. And next spring I'm thinking about seeding it with imperial whitetail clover in here and cutting the rye down before it goes to seed. And then back up here, I have another plot that's about 100 yards long, about 40 feet wide. Oh no, it's about 12,000 square feet. And it was kind of sparse at first. And I added on the far end of it, basically on the far end of it, I just went with cereal rye, and then I came back and put some wheat in. But originally, I had just done the perimeter, and you can see the perimeter is really caught on with the brassicas. And it's not doing bad down here. I'm going to do it different next year to try to get a little better germination. But as you can see, the brassicas are doing well. They're getting up now 6 or 8 inches high. A little low place there where a bunch of seed collected. This has the Sweet Feast brassica mix in here. And then when you get down to the last half of the plot, you can see where I just did the perimeter with the Sweet Feast brassica mix. And then this middle area is cereal rye and wheat. And then you can see around the perimeter here, the brassica is doing pretty well. So I'm learning more about it, and think this will be a good spot. I'm gonna have a pop-up rifle blind right up on that hill for the firearm season, and I will probably have a bow blind in that elm tree right there, and another bow blind in one of those big hardwoods down in the corner. And as you can see, we're in the middle of our fall color up here in southeast Iowa. It's really pretty. It's not going to last long, but it's pretty. But I wanted to give everyone an update on the food plots, and I think they're doing pretty good. See you guys later.